Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about something that just came out that's pretty controversial. All of the backlash that has been going on with Doja Cat. Now, for those of you who are subscribed to my channel or you've seen some of my videos, I literally just reviewed her Say So remix with Nicki Minaj, I would say maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. So it's still live on my channel. I am a Doja Cat fan. I have been listening to her music for quite some time. So needless to say, I was kind of saddened to hear everything that's going on. I wasn't gonna address this just like in my little Boosie video, but I thought, let me add my opinion to this. A lot of times, people have a lot of things to say, but we don't always understand the background information or the history. Now, while I was sad, I wasn't shocked. I was disappointed, but not shocked. And the reasons why I was not shocked by the things that Doja had said and songs and different things like that is because I am kind of familiar with her background and her history. And one thing that I've always found, and you know, I get it, it's social media, a lot of people don't want to take the time out to sit down and research things, but oftentimes people are very quick to speak on things when they don't have, I'm not going to say full facts, because let me just say, there is no amount of information that will okay anything that she has done or said. There's no amount of information for that. But there is a deeper issue that is going on with her that a lot of people don't realize if you're not a fan of Doja Cat, if you have not kept up with her, if you have not watched her interviews. I'm someone that has seen countless interviews of Doja Cat. I am very familiar with her home life. I am very familiar with the relationship that she has with her father. So I think for those of us who are fans, not that we excuse it, because I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with Doja Cat as a fan, because it's, you know, it's a lot. But like I said, when I heard the information, it did not shock me. It just didn't. So everybody knows Doja Cat has recently made it very big with her smash hit Say So. But even before that, she has some hits like Juicy, So High, and of course the infamous Moo song that was very, very popular all over the internet. Just a social media internet sensation. But what a lot of people don't know is her background. So Doja Cat is actually of mixed race. Her mother is white and her father is African, South African to be exact. And he's actually a famous South African actor. I don't want to butcher his name. I think it's Deshea Detu or something like that. But that's her father. And he actually starred in a movie with Whoopi Goldberg called Serafina. He played Crocodile. Doja's father is estranged from her. She actually has never met him up until recently. So again, I'm someone who has been following Doja Cat since her early years, since her very first single dropped So High back in 2014. And even then, she's always been very vocal about how she had never seen her father. Doja Cat's real name is actually South African. Her entire name, y'all, I can't even pronounce it. I'm just gonna put it on the screen. So when her first album came out, it was actually her name. You know, that was the title of her album, and a lot of people were asking her the origins of her name. So she's always been very vocal, saying that, hey, I'm South African, you know, my father is South African, this is his name. And I'm not putting that in there to say like, oh, she identifies as black and da-da-da. But for years, Doja Cat has been saying that her father is this world famous South African actor that she literally never met. She just recently met this man within the last 6 months. And there are so many countless interviews that you guys can go back and find. I'm going to link a lot of them below, where she talks about how I never met my father. I don't know. I have siblings that I never met. I'm not sure how many siblings I actually have. The last I remember, and this is a story that her father actually told, was that him and Doja's mom tried to make it work and it just didn't work. I do know that Doja has a younger brother, if I'm not mistaken, from her dad and her mom together, and siblings that are elsewhere. Now, recently, her father started talking about wanting to reconnect with her, And honestly, a lot of fans were kind of side-eyeing him because it was like, well, Doja's been talking about you for years, saying that she's literally never met you. And to be honest, within the last, 6 months or so is when he started reaching out and they finally met. And the interesting thing about that is when he was questioned about why it took so long for him to finally talk to his daughter, he claimed that he had been looking for her. Which is weird considering that Doja has literally been releasing music since 2014. But okay, I don't want to make any speculations about that. I don't want to put anything on him or blame him. The reason why I am giving you all this information is because Doja's relationship to her blackness is non-existent. With the exception of her just knowing that she is half South African and identifying, as, black and of mixed race and things like that, Doja really doesn't have any connection to her black side. She has spoken numerous times about growing up in a particular area around a particular type of people. She's been very vocal. I grew up with my mom and my white family members in this white area. Last year, Doja actually came under fire because people were questioning her choice of men. She has an ex-boyfriend who happens to be a white guy, and people were basically saying, asking her, why doesn't she date black guys? Does she like black guys? And Doja pretty much said in so many words, and I'll link all this below, I'm attracted to what I grew up around. And what she grew up around were the white members of her family and the white people that were in her community. And situations like that really speaks to a lot of conflicting identities that sometimes people of mixed race go through. Again, I'm not making this as an excuse for any person that is of mixed race to be racist or to say rude things or excuse racist behavior. What I'm saying is sometimes they're not always as connected to both sides of their racial identity, and it can sometimes manifest in ways like this. So that's why when I heard about what Doja had said in songs and different things like that, and her participating in the tiny chats with a bunch of racist white people, it didn't shock me. It didn't shock me because Doja has always been very open about this pretty much void that she has of another side that she never was around, didn't know her dad, didn't know her siblings, had never been to South Africa, had never experienced any of this. She had no relationship to them. So I absolutely do not believe in cancel culture. I think that is very toxic. Whenever you are canceling people, it's like you're not allowing people to grow. People grow, people change. I have a video about colorism that I dealt with, my own struggles that I had with skin tone and things like that. And I would hate for someone to feel like because I may have felt a certain way or had a certain ideal about relationships when I was in high school or when I was younger that I can't grow. But the issue with this Doja Cat situation is that she was in these chat rooms, they're saying 2 days ago, 6 days ago, which is wild to me. And again, it just speaks to a deeper issue. So in my opinion, Doja Cat is like many other biracial children who haven't had the full exposure to both sides, and because they've only had this one experience, can sometimes form these opinions, much like just your average everyday, fully white child that may have grown up in a racist household. And while I don't believe in cancel culture, I do think that it is very important to hold these celebrities' feet to the fire. I would never tell anyone else not to exercise their right to not listen to someone or not support. This is such a deeper issue than just, what she said and what she did. I mean, we have to understand that her background probably did a lot into shaping some of the decisions that she has made and is making. And considering her background is not just limited to her relationship with her father, I'm pretty sure given the circumstances that the marriage and relationship with her parents ended, it probably created a lot of ill feelings that were expressed by her mother or maybe even other family members as it relates to men, and particularly black men and black people. Even if it was just something as small as microaggressions, there's a reason why she is so comfortable expressing herself in this way. And let it be said that black people are in no way obligated to forgive anyone. You don't have to forgive her. You don't have to get over it. You don't have to try to look past it. But I do think that it is important to try to understand a little bit of the background information before we begin forming our opinions and making decisions. A lot of times in our society, we focus on the reactions, we focus on the effects, but we rarely ever discuss what led up to it. We rarely ever discuss the antecedent that came before it that caused said reactions. And the thing about it is, again, I am not trying to say that her background or her childhood should excuse her, but I think if we want to progress as a society, at some point we have to not look at people as totally their reactions and realize that we are just the sum total of the experiences that we have and the things that we have been through. That's it for this video, guys. I will talk to you later. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.